Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph. This is Pathfinder Kingmaker. As you can tell, in the center of the screen, my Smilodon has gone back to his old ways, shoving its ass in my face. Kinda rhymes. Feel like Eminem now. We are not doing very well. Let me show you. Our kingdom, despite all these amazing stats, although my what is going on here? Arcane is 0, culture is 6. What is going on? What I was gonna say is, despite all these amazing stats, the only amazing stat is military, which luckily I'm thankful for. But our kingdom is crumbling. We're on the verge of collapse. If unrest increases anymore, the kingdom will be lost and the game will be over. To mitigate the unrest, your advisors have prepared the following projects: Feast for the Afflicted, Address the Kingdom, The Lost Resort. The result of this is the influence of Petax, which in a very short amount of time, even though we dealt with all the threats, the monsters, the pamphlets, everything coming from Petax, the bandits. We've dealt with all of those, and still we're in trouble. So we have this widespread Petaxian influence, which requires 25 days. Luckily, we have a success chance of 100%, but yeah, we're not doing well. Damn Iravetti. I'm gonna do what any good leader would do, and that is completely ignore this and head out to the Lost Dwarven Fortress with Harrim to deal with his companion quest. Now you might say that totally makes no sense, Ralph. You should focus on the main quest. Well, I would love to. The only problem is that I'm unable to. I cannot get into Petax. Well, I cannot get into Petax City. I can get into the territory, which I've done, where I've dealt with all the problems, but I cannot get into the city to deal with Iravetti or with any other quests that are going on there. So I kinda have to ride out the storm unless, you know, like I'm just missing something. In that case, let me know in the comments, please, before it's too late. I don't wanna play this far and then have my kingdom fail. Because we were doing really well, actually, until this event happened. So there was another fun thing that I found out in the previous episode. Grenn was running around without any equipment. I was wondering in combat why all of a sudden he was getting hit. And why he wasn't able to cast his high-level spells anymore. Well, turns out that he did not equip any equipment at all except for his scimitar. They had to wait for an incredibly long time for us to show up, so everybody might have died by now. The golem is telling us to get out. I don't think so. Oh, there is one of the Skjegge clan already. Yarmul down there, please help him. Alright, had to reload there for a moment. One of my Smilodons got stuck in a wall and couldn't get out anymore. And so I couldn't leave the area. That happens. No idea how he ended up in the wall, but you know. Beyond the open gate you find a strange room that looks more like a workshop than the entrance to a fortress. Across the room, by the far wall, there's a metal throne. In front of it is Yarmul Skjegge, who you know well. In one hand he holds a steel scepter and in the other a sacred symbol of Torag, inset with a shimmering jewel which you recognize as the heart of the adamantine golem. The paladin is pale and he barely opens his mouth. You're here. Help me overcome these golems. I took the scepter from the empty throne over there, but it seems my command over the golems is lacking. If I lose control over the golems, we all die. I told you it would end like this, but you were dying for a legacy, and what is that legacy worth? An army of golems? Was it worth it to come all this way just to meet your death? Wouldn't it have been easier to choke to death in your mountains at home? You all deserve to die, thieves and impostors. By what right do you come to this fortress? This is the Skjegge clan. They are the rightful heirs of the builders of this fortress. They are not Skjegge. They are nameless cowards. Only I, Offeld Skjegge, am worthy of bearing this clan's name. Offeld Skjegge? You're my great-great-uncle. When our clan left this fortress, you and your golem stayed behind to protect it. Come to your senses, ghost. We're your descendants. Of course, he's going to come around, apologize, remove the golems, and hug his grandson, because family's what's most important, right? Yeah, coming from someone who killed her daughter like 2 episodes ago. Great statement, Chetal. You are no one. The real Skjegge would have never abandoned their creation. Those who left forever lost the right to bear this proud name. You have the nerve to come here to this fortress which was built from the blood and sweat of your grandparents and abandoned by your unworthy fathers? You will die here together with all your henchmen. Golems, attack. I'm doing everything I can, but his will is too strong. Destroy the golems. Harrim, you must unmake this throne. I owe you nothing, neither you nor Torag. You will all die, you will die, you will die.
The beginning of the hunt.
Yep. Is there a leader golem? Probably not.
Cannot hide from me.
So, since we've discovered how to work with spells, let's see what we can do with them. Disintegrate. Now that is interesting. Oh, and I didn't rest yet. Okay. Which ones do I have? The Banshee Blast. I'm guessing that's gonna hit us as well. Yes, it does. Not quite sure what's going on with Grimm here, but he's getting way more hits than he should. Ekun, how about you shoot that one? Who is this? Okay. Emiri, why don't you charge that one? So let's see what Harrim is gonna do with this throne. Oh, here we go. The last of the battle golems falls to your feet. The ghost stands to the side, shaking its fist at you. Vandals! Have you any idea how much time I spent creating them? The paladin's pale face glistens with sweat. His fingers tremble, but with what's left of his strength, he clenches a steel scepter and thorax symbol with its shimmering jewel. Quick, Harrim! Unmake the throne! Don't do this. Don't you see? He's an imposter. He has no right to this fortress. It's mine. Let's make peace. Take the scepter from him. I will repay you generously. Harrim looks at the paladin, then at the ghost and back, then turns to you with a bitter sneer. Look at them, children of Thorak. Butting heads like two rams on a narrow mountain path. But we do need to decide something, though these two are equally disgusting. Whose side should we take? These moments make striving for power worth it. Nothing sweeter than seeing two petitioners before you, each wanting the other dead and deciding whom to make your debtor and whom to destroy. Oh, Arya Ghost, and what are you doing here? My name is Skjegge. I was once a famous master. The golems I made were unrivaled, either here in the Stolen Lands or in our homeland, the Five King Mountains. I created this throne and scepter to control a whole army of golems, ordering them to make more and more new ones. Yes, it was a glorious time. Then my fellows, worms and lice, unworthy of even wearing beards, let alone the glorious name of Skjegge, betrayed everything we lived for. They decided to abandon the road, abandon the fortress, and return home with those Waradash cowards and Langebuk morons. They even had the nerve to accuse me of betrayal. They spread rumors that my experiments had emptied the treasury. What a ridiculous excuse. A true dwarf will find his own way, even without gold. He would sooner eat stones than give up his life's work. So I stayed, the last true Skjegge. The last shield on the road of shields. I had my golems to help protect the fortress. Perfect creatures of stone and metal, not like those cowards with stew instead of spines. I remained here and continued to guard the fortress even as my flesh decayed, until there was nothing left of me but bones and adamantine will. Listen to me. I see you're no ordinary folk, probably in the service of some rich merchant, or maybe even the local ruler. We don't need to be enemies. Let me keep guarding this fortress. In return, I'll give you my best golems to serve your lord. Well, you've already broken the best ones, but I'll make new ones. It would be nice here to have the choice to let Harrim decide, since it's his quest, basically. Help Jarmult and unmake the throne. Go Harrim, go Harrim, go Harrim. Punch it! There we go. Like a true karate master. Harrim destroys the throne. Fine, alright, but it's the last time I'm helping you, understood? Harrim approaches the throne with the skeleton and strikes it with his fist. One blow, two, and three, and the throne crumbles into pieces like a clanging sound, revealing another jewel shimmering purple. Thank you! The paladin was beginning a speech, but Harrim interrupts him. You are welcome, you are welcome. Now go back where you came from. I hope you try to make something useful from the pieces. As you say, Your Highness, the Skjegge clan thanks you. We all are in your debt. I'm afraid we'll have to forget the treasures of our ancestors and return home in disgrace. Farewell. So much effort, so much suffering, and for what? They built themselves a crypt and nearly buried themselves in it. Thorak, Thorak, you inspire your children to build such things, then they don't know how to get rid of them. Fools. Alright, let's go, there's no point standing here. Okay. Handle the aggressive golems. Didn't we do that already? Or is there more? There might be more. Where did that purple thing go? Let's loot first. See, it's not super useful. Dwarven Urgrosh, okay. Let's take a look around the room. Doesn't look like there's gonna be much else here. Probably there is the 2 golems outside, which we still need to take care of.
That is not far.
Can we go in here? No. Harrim exits the dungeon without looking back. His face bears a strange expression, a pensive half smile. You know, Grenn Blackforge, I think I've just realized something very, very important, but I need to ponder it further. Let's talk about this later, after we return to the capital. We can surely do that, Harrim. Let's deal with these 2 golems down here, if they're still here. They don't look to be. Okay. So let's head back to the capital. It's over, yes. I thought I was free of my past burdens when I accepted Groda's truth into my heart, but it's only now that I've become truly free. You know, Grenn Blackforge, I used to hate them all so much. The dwarves who ousted me, the god who rejected me. Now I look upon this and I barely remember that hatred. How pathetic they are with their pride and their stubbornness, building their toys to die among them, powerless to unmake the things they've made. I'd laugh, but in fact it makes me want to cry. But on the other hand, I thought, how should I put it? My gift. Wherever it came from, the gift to destroy, to help others create. Perhaps my god does something similar. Everything has a beginning and an end. One day Grodus will be free and destroy this world. But imagine what will happen then, after the end. Perhaps a new beginning, a new creation and a new world. Who knows? Who knows? Thank you, Grenn Blackforge. Without you, I would have kept going in circles, while resentment and hatred gnawed at me from the inside. You helped me find peace, and I swear by Grodus I won't leave your side until it's our turn to crumble to dust. I don't care about the Skjegge and their arguments, but I'm glad you got something out of this. Mortals are stupid, ridiculous, and pathetic. This is true for the Skjegge, for me and you as well. Sometimes a lesson can be learned from their swarming. Shadow of a higher truth in earthly dust. I care not who won the fortress. What draws my mind are thoughts of my place in the world and the true meaning of serving Grodus. Destroying, creating something new from the pieces and destroying it again. Isn't that what you're doing now here in the Stolen Lands? You've built your kingdom upon the ashes of countless predecessors. Ponder this when you have the time. Well, it's true that I'm destroying it again, or, well, actually, Eravedi is destroying it again. So, the luxurious ritual procession fascinated the locals. Congregations have flocked to the temples and our citizens devote themselves to our mindful contemplation. Divine +5. Okay. When is... what? I never even started this event. Damn, that was dumb. Yep, that was dumb. Many of those at court are surprisingly pale as of late. Eerie shadows dance along the palace's halls, and servants vanish every night without a trace. They say this is all the doings of vampires, who are hiding among the capital's aristocracy. But can such rumors be trusted? Yeah, Harrim, how about you find that out with your 5%? Great. So, Feast for the Afflicted. This is 3 days. So, I just want to make sure that I don't miss any day. So, I'm just gonna go 3 days here and see what happens. Here we go. The people of the kingdom are unhappy. So, Jubilost arranged a fancy festival which was attended by thousands of citizens. People forgot all about their trouble while they drank wine and had some fun. Okay, well that's something. So we went from crumbling to riots, I guess. So here, this is something that we need to take care of. When is Octavia back? We have all these trainings going on. We have... let's see, when is Octavia back? In 9 days. Do we have someone to rank up? I actually doubt it. Maybe Jubilost is still available? Oh, the general. Yeah, let's rank up the general. So we went to trouble. So we... let's see, we increased... No, we decreased, right? Yeah, we went from riots to troubled. Okay. So, let's see what's going on now. Tristian seized the opportunity to change a few obsolete laws. The reforms were considered timely and fair. Loyalty +4. Ekundayo. After making sure the natives of the First World meant no harm to the peasants, Ekundayo promised to protect their lands from hunters and woodsmen. Stability +4. Lindsay stated that freedom was one of the kingdom's supreme values. Any violation would sooner or later lead to tyranny. The brothel's adversaries grudgingly accepted this position. Relations +3 and +3 build points. Chaital was able to trace the thief's hideout to a ravine in the Thousand Voices. Surely the king will want to have a word with the infamous bandits. Sure. We'll have a word. But we still lost all those points. Like culture and arcane are completely destroyed by Eraveti's BS. Which do we need to take care of? Because Feast for the Afflicted. Okay, yeah, that's... In times immemorial, a band of underwater creatures, thanks to an ancient magic, were able to travel to the very heart of the River Kingdoms. Today, the Magister of Outsea, a town where underwater and terrestrial creatures live side by side, is close to opening a way back to the open sea for his countrymen. There is but one problem: the mighty spell would turn to brine all of the fresh waters in the River Kingdoms, which would cause a natural disaster. The Magister must be stopped before it's too late. So, this could be done by Lindsay or Rigongar. A notorious assassin from Daggermark could be dealt with by Ekundayo or Chaital. Some more refugees, Ekundayo or the Storyteller. A mermaid, Tristian or Rigongar. And then we have the Skjegge again, and the General. Oh boy. So, let's see. If we put Ekundayo on this one, this is 0% chance, and Chaital has 16% chance. Great. DC of 16, so Ikondayu could take care of this. Let's see, what else? The contract, the River Maiden, so this could be Tristian. Yes. So here we could send Rigongar, 50% chance. And if we send Lindsay, it's a 5% chance. Yeah, so let's send Rigongar and save the crisis point. And then have Jaital deal with the contract, 40% chance. And yeah, then we'll take a look what our general wants and what the Skjegge clan wants. Oh wow, you're growing wings and everything now. Nice, Rigongar. Rigongar grins, pride glowing in his eyes. Yeah, I would be proud too if I had wings like that. You know, I've been thinking about which of our neighbors would be capable of destroying us if they wanted to, and it turns out none of them can. As far as military power is concerned, we'll surely defeat anyone stupid enough to cross us. I didn't understand you right away. You have ambition, and you can rule. It wasn't a bad decision to come work for you. By the way, I'm not the only one who appreciates the decisions you've made. There are so many mages in our army that one of the orders of Nettis decided to move their coven to your kingdom. That's worked damn well for us. Do you have any idea what kinds of deadly spells they could teach us? They probably have a spell that summons a swarm of carnivorous bees that fly into their victims' mouths and eats them from the inside out, and a spell that makes your heart explode. Okay, great. Nettis' Academy, we can place that somewhere. Okay. That's great news. Thank you. Well, that's all for now. There's something else, someone else who wants to talk to you, Grenn Blackforge. You can do that without me, right? Okay. Is this one of the mages? Rakilata, is that the general? The mage that we made into a general? Your Highness, last night's military exercises were successful. Instructors from the Wands Brigade acting as opposing force were successfully repelled by our mages. Training of your first class is completed. The brigade is now accepting students for the second class. Since everything has worked out so well, I have an offer for you. The Wands Brigade would like to settle down. Most of us desire a home and a family more than war and endless military campaigning. We have grown to like your kingdom. If you allow us to settle down here, it would surely be for your own good as well. We've seen so many different magical weapons over the years, dwarven axes, elven bows, wonders from Katapesh beyond description. We've studied them all, and our masters can easily reproduce these masterpieces. With your support, we could set up a guild where we'll enchant the best weapons in Aviston. Oh, nice. Arcanum Sanctuary, yes, please. Here we go again. Rudrin Skjegge looks much better than she did on your first meeting. Back then she could barely stand for the wound she'd received fighting the golem. Now the dwarf stands proudly at attention before you in polished armor. Your Highness, my dear Sir Harrim, deeply respected servant of Grodus, the Skjegge clan has sent me to you to express our gratitude for everything you have done for us, and present you with this humble gift. We crafted this for Sir Harrim personally from the metal of artifacts unmade by him. Well, I'm glad you're all right. It's nice to see someone manage to make something useful out of those worthless scraps. Okay, that is positive, I guess. +1 bonus for solving problems with the Warden and Magister. Costs 250 BP. We could have Octavia or Rigongar deal with that. That's fine. And we can rank up the generals some more. However, yeah. Let's see who else we can rank up. So military is at 9. I would love to have military at 10. Since economy is at 10 as well. And then we could rank up espionage as well. So why not? Oh no, Rigongar is not available. Haha. Wop wop. Let's see who is available. Gonna see that no one is, of course. Oh, the curator. We can rank up culture, which is at 6 right now. And I'm guessing that's pretty much the only thing we can do. So yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so the Magister's servants didn't provide the druids with enough support. The slum improvement plan fell through. Say pity. We have a craftsman strike. The local craftsmen refuse to return to their workshops. The workers are demanding more money. That should be done by Jubilost, I guess. There we go. And then we have a fox hunt. A crafty gangster named Fox is robbing carriages and stealing the kisses of wealthy men's wives. Could have the storyteller deal with that. That's great. Alright. So, Octavia is available now. I think it's important that we tackle this. 150 BP. There we go. These trainings, they could be taken care of by someone, but I'm still wondering why we would do that. This could be done by Rigongar or Octavia. All right. And that's probably pretty much it, I guess. Yes. So what is the soonest to have someone back? 3 days. Then Harrim is back. As I was saying, we are back in Pathfinder. We're gonna check out this Wicked Hill. Let's see what we'll find in the Wicked Hill. Oh, there is another summoning going on. That's not very smart. That is not very smart at all.
A clever ploy.
He got so much hits that he couldn't get a spell off, I guess. Damn. What is this? A site. Okay. Page from a cultist's diary. What won't I do for you, the unparalleled Pax Grumetra, pretending to be a cultist of Sharon? just to get me to help me, just to get them to help me. To be honest, all I know about the deity is a symbol, a skull with coins covering the eye sockets. I made the logical assumption that it was somehow related to death and started mumbling something about death and fate at the coven meeting, and they just took me for one of their own. 3 years studying at that Academy of the Arts, can't take that away. Even if most of my time there was more revelry than studying. Unfortunately, Sharon's followers aren't really of much help. Demons serve their deity, but these dumb cultists don't know how to make the demon obey their summoner. And I can't just tell them a demon stole the soul of my favorite writer and I need to get it back, or I'll never know who the murderer in the last issue of Shadows of Absalom was. I have to constantly improvise and make things up as I go, but at least I'm good at that. I see. So there was one that ran off. Let's see if we can find him somewhere. But I would assume that, yeah, he ran off the end of the map. So we might run into these demon summonings a couple of more times. And I think I'm gonna end the episode right there before we go to another mysterious shrine. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to support our kingdom, which as you can tell was very troubled this episode, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see if I will mess up. Actually, my strategy from the beginning of the episode, like just ignore it and do something else, it worked. When I came back, all of a sudden, the condition of the kingdom improved by 2 steps. It's a kind of magic, I think, as Freddie Mercury would have said. In any case, thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in the next episode.